Hello, Christian. It's Monday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, and I am recording in a BB&T free environment. It's a story tradition around these parts to gather around the TV, count down, drink champagne, and watch the ball drop. But I know you're the adventurous type. You know, what with your cheese hot dog, cheese fries, and your Heath milkshake that you will perennially and unchangingly order at Cookout. Okay, I'll stop making fun of you about that now. But I thought I'd offer you some historical and cultural variety with which to spice up and celebrate your New Year's. Here's a list of stuff in no particular order that is done around the world to celebrate New Year's. Number 1. First footing. In old European tradition, it's kind of weird. The basic idea is that the first person to enter the house in the new year after midnight should come bearing a gift of like whiskey, salt, bread, just kind of general stuff that's supposed to like signify bounty in the new year. This person should preferably be dark-haired because blondes are associated with the Vikings and therefore lots of bad, terrible, horrible things. Maybe that's where blonde jokes came from. Anyway, the first footer can be a member of the household, but if they are, they're not supposed to like step out and then back in. So I'm picturing like people just like drawing straws or something, and then one of them being tossed out into the front lawn into the snow to wait for like 2 hours before New Year's, and then they finally let them back in like frostbitten and weeping to give them the bread and stuff that they sent them out with in the first place. Number 2, effigy burning. In Ecuador, they burn effigies of like any kind of unsavory element of the last year that could be visually depicted. Political leaders feature prominently in these bonfires. Can't imagine why people could be like dissatisfied with those. Which just goes to show that burning the problem at the stake can in fact be a real solution. Christian, I suggest that you begin working on a papier-mâché copy of your German teacher. Number 3. In the Philippines, they wear polka dots. Apparently it's considered to be good luck or something. Like, I don't really see why polka dots would arise, and circular things in general would arise to be like symbols of good fortune. But, I mean, I guess you could play Twister without having to drop 40 bucks on a game tarp. Number 4. More on clothes. In Venezuela, wearing red underwear on New Year's Eve is supposed to help you find love. Yellow underwear is supposed to help you find happiness. You'd think they'd be like the same thing, you know, love and happiness, like the two tend to coincide. Anyway, Christian, to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and suggest that you wear red and yellow polka-dotted underwear to bed tonight. That way, everything will be okay. You will emerge into the new year wealthy, lucky, in love, and fashionable. Number 5. In Russia, as like their equivalent to champagne, I guess, they mix lime juice, water from the tap, the first water from the tap to be run after midnight, and vodka. It's supposed to like ward off bad luck, you know, the general New Year's kind of stuff. But I think the funny part of this tradition is that the Russian name for it, which I'm not going to even try to pronounce, is translated as dirty water. Yeah, the Russians would drink dirty water to ward off bad luck for the New Year. Number 6. Now, back to the ball dropping. Apparently it's not just a thing that happens in New York. Things drop around the country and around the world, really. Dropping things is apparently a really big deal on New Year's. Now, I don't know how accurate this list I'm reading from is, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume it's factual because some of these things are really bizarre and I find it pretty funny. So, a list of other things, with no specifics whatsoever, that get dropped on New Year's. Cookies, crabs, beach balls, pickles, sardines, lollipops, a wildcat? I don't even know how that works, I'm not going to ask. A wooden cow, cigars, pelicans. Oh, North Carolina, a live possum in a cage. Still, I'm going to have to say that, like, the medal for dropping things on New Year's Eve is going to have to go to Port Clinton, Ohio. Apparently they have an annual tradition of some kind, a walleye fish. Most specifically, Captain Wiley Walleye, the walleye fish, is dropped every year for New Year's from something, some kind of edifice. I don't know. All I know is that they drop a fish that they, like, deify, and his name is Captain Wiley Walleye. Christian, I hope I added some flavor to your New Year's experience this year. I'll see you on Wednesday. Oh, and if you try to drop something, avoid live animals. Stick to the ball.